Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe here, folks. We are on Star Wars Tales, number 28, I believe. This is young Lando Calrissian. Oh, young Lando Calrissian. He's with a droid named Fleck, and he knows Han Solo at this point, because Han Solo is mentioned at the end. He said, I won't mention this to Han, because he'll one-up me with another amazing story. But Lando pretends to be a Jedi to a group of aliens, and says, I will kill that Rancor. And the Rancor, he doesn't think is around, but turns out to be around, and they have to fend off and get rid of a Rancor. They don't kill it, it just kind of goes away. And so he comes back with a Rancor tooth that he had brought with him, and he and Fleck are victorious. And he goes, well, give me that treasure. He said, here's our treasure. Thank you, Jedi. And you know what? You didn't need to give us proof. We trust you because you're a Jedi. He went, great. And so then he goes to pawn off all the treasure he swindled those aliens out of, and the treasure all turns out to be fake. And then he laughs, because the aliens were swindlers too. And oh well, it's all leaving. Come on, Fleck, on to new adventures. And I was like, okay, are you going to do more adventures? Because they never did anything else. This is the chronological first appearance of Lando. You guys know I love Lando Calrissian. And Fleck seemed interesting. I'd like to hear more stories from these two. Little shady deals Lando's trying to pull off. He doesn't have the Millennium Falcon, so I guess he's already lost the Millennium Falcon by then. Although I don't know. He may have known Han through some purpose. I don't know. It's kind of hazy where this happens, but he does know who Han Solo is, or he's friends with Han. So maybe I need to move this up. I don't know, now that I think about it. But anyway, there's the young Lando Calrissian. It's definitely forgettable because it's Star Wars Tales. So, looking at some other ones, I read some stories from the Star Wars Adventure Journal. And the first one is from volume, where is my volumes here? 5, I believe. Yeah, I think so. 5 or 6. I can't remember. I'll show a picture of it up here. But it's Turning Point by Charlene Newcomb. Turning Point is where there's a guy on, his name is Dare, I guess, D-A-I-R, Dare, who is on Garrus. He plans to join the Imperial Army. He can't wait to sign up. The Empire is going to bring peace. And Daros has been conflicted with war lately, so the Empire is going to bring peace to the planet, is what he thinks. Torque Winger is a friend of their family, and he's going to be the first Imperial governor. And so everything's looking shiny until one day Dare and Josh go out and follow some stormtrooper scouts who are in pursuit of someone, maybe a rebel sail. Well, Josh somehow goes up to get a closer look at him, and they think Josh is one of the rebels. And so they shoot him and kill him. And Dare is all upset, so he kind of jumps into the fray, and he shoots and kills both scout troopers. Well, then he runs away fearing for his life, because he was supposed to join the Empire. And of course his grandma, because his parents are dead, realizes, oh, you killed them? Well, let me report this to my group. What group, Grandma? Are you part of the rebellion? Oh, the rebellion. And so he learns about the rebellion. He wants to be part of the rebellion now that they killed his best friend Josh. But Torque Winger and his grandma convince him, no, you need to join the Empire and work from within. Be a double agent. So he decides to go ahead and do that for Josh. And right before he ships off to the Imperial Academy or whatever, he meets young Alexandra Winger. This is the tale of Alex Winger, which Charlene Newcomb was so proud of, and I couldn't stand. The short story here from West End Games reads pretty smoothly. It is nice, but I know eventually I'm going to end up hating Alex Winger because I really didn't like her character. All right, the next one. From the Adventure Journal, whatever number it's showing here. And it's called The Final Exit. This is written by Patricia A. Jackson. If no one remembers my first reviews, I'm not a fan of Patricia A. Jackson. I didn't like any of her writing. This one's no exception. I guess he's a dark Jedi named Brandel. He's an Imperial Inquisitor because he works for High Inquisitor Tremaine. He's killed a Twi'lek on this planet, and everyone knows it. They don't know how because he didn't have any weapons. No weapons allowed on the planet, but somehow he killed her. Of course, he force choked her. And there's a pilot named Ross who gives Brandel a lift off the planet. And the planet wants him off. They don't trust him. They don't like him. Well, Brandel eventually flies to this other planet where he sees his family. His wife wants nothing to do with him because I guess he's gone dark. His old master, I guess Jedi Master, but Brandel used to be an actor on stage in theater, and he's quoting theater, my life is a tragedy and stuff like that. And he goes, his master, again, I don't know if he's a Jedi or not, goes, you were seduced by the Emperor. I told you, your pride would be your fall, my apprentice. Maybe he is. But you don't know because he speaks to him like he's on stage. Like he taught him how to act on stage. Either way, though, Brandel really hates that he's working for the Empire now. When he and Ross get captured by the Imperials, he goes, well, they're after me because there's a big bounty on my head. And Ross goes, what? So the Imperials don't believe that Ross captured Brandel, but they're willing to let him go and give him 1/10 of the reward, which was $100,000. So he's getting $10,000. And as he flies off, he tells his ship, which is sentient, like the ship is also a droid that can talk to him. Okay. And the ship says, are you just going to leave him with him? He's like, that's okay. He took one of my thermal detonators. And then there's a big explosion that rocks the Star Destroyer. And he took out a bunch of TIE fighters in a bay. And that was Brandel getting his revenge and taking his own life and sticking it to the Empire. And Ross just kind of flies away. And that's basically it. Again, the whole time is, what is the point? This is all Patricia Jackson's writings. I never understood what the point was. This one is a very long one. And, you know, it tries to do with, you know, I'm assuming Dark Jedi worked for High Inquisitor Tremaine, hates that he had to kill people, hates the road that he's taken, talks to his son for a little while. His son wants to be a Jedi. I don't know. It's like a bunch of fluff, but it goes nowhere. So, anyway, all right, that's it for now. See you next time.